Homelessness, Economics, and Neurophilosophy. Continued. Not only do you have dollars and cents to worry about, not only do you have life, the world, a brain, a mind, a body, time, 30 seconds, 31 seconds, 32 seconds, 33 seconds. But there's these words like psychiatry, psychology, philosophy, politics, ideology. And then there's these unfortunate days when you are limited because of something bad happening like coronavirus. Money, reduced. Energy, same, because you're healthy, you've got standards, you've got practices, you've got meditation, you've got a whole brain, a mind, and a whole body. And these are all important parts of a philosophical, economic starting point to have some positive benefit. The shadow, oh, it looks cool on video, but then you mess up and you're like, oh, they saw the hand, but then you keep doing the shadow, and it's how the world has claimed not only power and control, but dominance and security and safety and social awareness. Great, okay, social, emotional, therapeutic, beneficial. But not important for the body. Brain, mind, okay. Except these are almost psychotic terms for thinking and thought and doing and behaving and hearing and saying. And the most easily restricted, the most easily stopped in the world. Everywhere. Home. There could be a little service animal and no food, but eyes to keep the attention, to keep the awareness unflinching. And once in a while, you just don't have it, and then the service animal eats you alive, not to be too gross, but the Punisher can't keep the rule of law and not sleep and not eat and not have to go for supplies a person doesn't have in their bunker next door or some basement cellar where they packed away some baked goods, some sweet liquor, and some tobacco. The reward system, when you start to understand and pay less vigilance, with the consciousness of the brain and the awareness of the social stuff happening and the right way to go and the left of your view where the person says, I'm going to kill you the next time you're visible. The body, the brain, and the mind in a whole body with the whole brain, mind and brain in a body. Get a reward from the hiccup, the meal that was eaten to keep on living, to keep on seeing the world consciously. There's less needed. There's more time to learn about consciousness. There's more time to learn about neuroscience. There's more time to try to go to medical school like I am. There's more seconds, there's more minutes to have a rave, to go do some drugs you saved up for this time of need. And when all gets said and when all is done in the world, people understand under these circumstances and within these conditions who needs assistance, who's having hormonal problems, who's in distress, and who has not paid attention to their brain, their body, and maybe mind. And then there doesn't have to be so much, there doesn't have to be so little. There can be a world filled with not just some freedom of bank account, not just some freedom to go get soup at the place because you need to eat, but the choices and the options and the excitement from seeing life in front of your eyes and hearing sound from your ears and touching and having senses with smell and having a kind of enlightenment, and not some benefit, not some cost analysis for the next reward, for the next vacation, for the next trip down to the supermarket to go see some people, to next door to go and get some chemical love, some chemical drugs, some chemical puff of smoke. The world within these kinds of boundaries and these kinds of conditions are not fight or flight. They're not survive or stock up and lock up, work from home, do stuff on the internet, hear some sounds, take some stuff, feel good. The world is much bigger, and when you confine your consciousness into this little tiny space, this little tiny part of the world, then the big dilemma has to do with, have you ever considered what happens after the world reappears? The dominance available to the rich and the famous, and the depressing sadness and loneliness from the less aware and more abused, the more forgotten.